here we go then, semi-final 2. England versus South Africa. Seeming to be a little bit like David versus Goliath, and we all know how that ends. So let's have a look at it. Where to start? I mean, shall we just do the lineups first and go from there? I suppose probably the best thing to do. Let's do that. So, England are listed as the home team. I don't know if it really matters though. But yeah, so we'll do them first, just because they're first on the list. So, for England, we have 1. Joe Marler, 2. Jamie George, 3. Dan Cole, 4. Maro Itoje, 5. George Martin, 6. Courtney Laws, 7. Tom Curry, 8. Ben Earl, 9. Alex Mitchell, 10. Captain Owen Farrell, 11. Elliot Daly, 12. Manu Tuolangi, 13. Joe Marchant, 14. Johnny May, and 15. Freddie Stewart. So, kind of expected from England. A few players in there that I'm not too sure should be in there. I don't know why they're starting Owen Farrell over George Ford. He's been far better this tournament. Freddie Stewart's back at 15. Unsurprising that I've not done the bench yet, but Marcus Smith is not on it. That's kind of unsurprising after how battered he got against Fiji, and South Africa are even worse for battering people than Fiji. So yeah, that's understandable. But apart from that, fairly solid from England. Let's have a look at the bench. So on the bench we have 16 Theo Dan, 17 Ellis Genge, 18 Kyle Sinclair, 19 Ollie Chesham, 20 Billy Vanapola, 21 Danny Kerr, 22 George Ford, and 23 Ollie Lawrence. So, solid team from England. Is it going to be enough though to beat the Boks? No. But the game still has to be played, so let's have a look at the Boks team. So for Le Boks we have 1. Stephen Kirchhoff, 2. Mongombe Mbanambe, 3. Frans Malherbe, 4. Eben Etzebeth, 5. Franco Mozart, 6. Sia Khaleesi, 7. Peter Steph du Toit, 8. Dwayne Vermeulen, 9. Cobus Reinach, 10. Marnie Lebok, 11. Cheslin Kobe, 12. Damien Dialende, 13. Jesse Creel, 14. Kurtley Ardense, and 15. Damien Willemse. Then on the bench for the Boks, there's 16 Dion Fouré, 17 Ox Nish, 18 Vincent Koch, 19 R.G. Simon, 20 Quagga Smith, 21 Faf de Klerk, 22 Henry Pollard, and 23 Willie LaRue. So yeah, Boks have gone full strength, unsurprisingly. Interesting, they've stuck with Libok at 10. I thought his goal kicking was a lot better last week against France. His kicking was better. Apart from that, as I'm a huge fan of Libok, I think his open play work is exceptional, but it's just his goal kicking can still be a concern. I think he was better. I can see why they've gone for Pollard on the bench in case Libok's goal kicking isn't good. They can bring Pollard on, who's a lot more steady with the boot. Although, to be brutally honest with you, I don't want to be too but I can't see South Africa really needing their boot. I think that this is actually quite a tough game to predict. England have not been very good. They've slowly gotten better, but they're still not very good in terms of where you need to be to beat the Boks, which is you need to be completely on point, and you need 110% to beat them, and I don't think England are going to have that. I think the Boks are just better. Although I will say that England could be quite dangerous because everyone has written them off. No, everyone's saying they're not going to win. They're lucky to get this far, which they are, to be honest. They're not. They've not played a tough team. I'm not going to get into that, but this is their first proper test. I think the highest ranked team they've played apart from that was Argentina, who were like 8th at the time. So yeah, the Boks, who are first, second. I know the Boks in New Zealand overtook Ireland and France at the weekend. The Boks first or second? I think they might be first. So yeah, and they were outstanding against France. But England have nothing to prove. They've already gotten further. Everyone's written them off. I think they could be quite dangerous. Either that, or the mentality in the camp could go the other way, and their heads will drop, because that seems to be what England have been doing recently. The heads have been dropping, and it's not been quite as good. But yeah, I'm going with the Boks. I cannot see England winning, which is why I think they might. They probably might do something. But I'm going to stick with my guns. I'm going to stick with the Boks to win, and I think they're going to win quite comfortably. I really do. I think England will hold up for a while against them, but you just can't outmatch the physicality of the Boks, and they're just going to slowly creep away from it. I think the only team that could match the physicality of the Boks, possibly the All Blacks, but they play slightly differently. The only team that could out-physical them is Ireland, and they were of course out. France did a pretty decent job, but the Boks did creep towards the end of the game, so yeah. Boks, and I'm going to go by Boks by 15. I'm going to go quite far out, which for semi-finals, what's the... I don't quite think it'll be a record win in the semi-final. I've seen a couple of people talking about that, but the record win is 49-6, which was New Zealand against Wales in the first ever World Cup in 1987. I can't see it being that bad, but I can see South Africa winning quite comfortably. So yeah, I do think it'll be a South Africa-New Zealand final, just like a majority of everyone else, although I can, yeah. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe. We're so close to 100, I want to hit that by Christmas. It'd be very nice, and if you want to help out, that would be very much appreciated. But if you enjoyed,